Yeah, boy.
Welcome back to the North Learn to Foil program. North Foil, in association with North Sails, have developed a 4-step program to teach you how to wing foil. My name is Jeremiah McDonald. I'm your North Foil Pro instructor, and here today we're doing step 3, displacement winging. In this lesson, we're going to get out on the water and start sailing. This step allows you to get comfortable controlling the board and wing together without the foil. We can't just remove the foil, or else the board will slide downwind. So we're using the Seek Air boards, which have attachable side fins, which allow us to track in a better direction relative to the wind and act like a centerboard. First, we're going to practice getting onto the board like we did in session 1. With my back facing into the wind, I climb onto the upwind side of the board. I'm positioning my knees so that the foot that will become my front foot is slightly ahead. If you need to flip the wing over, pull the leash in, grab the wing with one hand either side of the leading edge and shimmy your way along to the wingtips. Once at the wingtips, lift the wing up and let the wind help to flip it over for you. Pull it in and hold the wing by the neutral handle. I'm going to raise the wing in a neutral position above my head, placing my front hand onto the front handle and then my back hand onto the back handle. In this position, I'm going to rotate my shoulders across so that the wing is starting to generate speed. In this position, I need to take care that the wingtips do not touch the ground. Once the board is in motion, I'm going to go onto my front foot. When I do this motion, I'm going to sheet in, pulling the back hand towards me, generating upward lift to make it easier to get my front foot into position. I do the same thing, sheeting in to lift me up and get into a low standing position, focusing on keeping my balance. Now that I'm comfortable riding the board across, I might need to practice my steering. If I want to head upwind, I'm going to push the wing backwards, rotating my body and pushing and extending my back arm tricep. I'm also going to lean my weight into my heels to cause the board to edge. This is going to push me slightly more upwind. If I want to go downwind, I do the opposite. I push the wing in front of me and lean a little bit more onto my toes. The board will now steer slightly more downwind. As we're learning, we're inevitably pushed downwind. This means that after a run, we might have to walk or find our way back up into the wind. As we get better at staying upwind, our runs are going to get longer each time. Now that you're riding comfortably in one direction, it's time to turn around. For this, we go from our normal riding position and drop down onto our knees. We let go the backhand and place it on the neutral handle. Then shimmy your way along the wing and push it out against the wind. This is going to cause the board to slowly rotate in the other direction. After getting comfortable with the safe jibe maneuver on our knees and more comfortable with our balance standing on the board, we can practice the safe jibe from a standing position. We're going to let go of the backhand, put our hands onto the leading edge, push the wing into the wind in the opposite direction you want to go, and here you have to shuffle your feet very slowly and quickly to switch them around and ride off in the other direction. Right. That's everything we need to know. Now it's time to get out onto the water and put this theory into practice.
The first step is just to work out how to carry the board and the wing together, as it can be quite cumbersome. To carry both, it's important to have the wing in the hand which will be furthest downwind. Once we're in the water, we need to walk out until it's deep enough, and then we're going to flip the board over and push it out. Place one foot either side of the wing and paddle out. Climb onto the board and put your knees into a similar position to when we toe foiled, mostly in the middle of the board down the center line, with one foot slightly in front of the other. If the wing is upside down, just remember to flip it like we practiced on land. Lifting the wing up from the neutral handle, it's time to decide which direction to go. If you want to go to the right, then your right hand should move to the front handle. Now placing my other hand on the back handle, I'm going to lift the wing up above my head and into a neutral position. As I rotate my shoulders, you can see that the wing starts to catch the wind and push me along. My front hand is raised high to stop the wingtips from catching. To increase the power, I'm pulling in my back arm towards my body. Make sure that you're not over tensing your forearms when you do this. When I get up onto my front foot, I use a little bit of a pump, pulling down with my back hand to lift me up and make it easier to place my front foot in the right place. I pump the wing like this as well as I push up and come into a standing position. Once standing, just focus on trying to keep your balance for a while. As you get more comfortable, you can focus on sheeting in and sheeting out the wing. Make sure to keep the wing angled up slightly so as to not catch the wingtips. The next step is to try heading up and sailing closer to the wind. You can see that I shift the position of the wing so that it is closer to the stern of the board. As I do this, I'm also applying a twisting force from my hips to my feet against the board. To bear away or to ride downwind is the opposite. I want to push the wing out in front of me and I twist my hips the other way. Now that I'm riding one way, I want to try and do it on the other foot. I'm going to drop down onto my knees and place the wing into the safe jibing position which we practiced before. Hold the wing on the neutral handle and push the wing away from your body in the opposite direction to where you want the board to turn. The wing is going to push against the wind and push the board around into the direction you want to go. Once round, move your other hand into the front hand position and ride off from there. As you get more comfortable with your balance, the same maneuver can be practiced from a standing position, shuffling your feet until you've gone around the 180-degree turn and can start sailing back in the other direction